And for more, we have Vishal Barasto joining us from Warsaw. Well, Vishal, a lot of excitement we saw there. Our Prime Minister is going to visit Poland after 45 years in a celebration of 70 years of enduring friendship between both the countries. Historic connections, if we talk about India and Poland, have resurfaced and a lot is being anticipated. What all is lined up and what all can be expected?
Well, absolutely. Now, this is quite a coincidence because 45 years ago, it was Morarji Desai. Then Janata Party was in power in India, and today it is Narendra Modi. The NDA is in power. So the two prime ministers visiting Poland, and both non-Congress politician. So it is quite a coincidence, and let me tell you, there's a lot of excitement here, as you heard in my report that we have a strong presence of Indian diaspora, 25,000 people here, and 5,000 are students. And Poland could be the gateway to Europe for India, because Poland is the largest trading partner of India in Central Europe. $6 billion is the bilateral trade between the two countries, and it is tilted in favor of India. So it is very, very important destination for India when we talk about Europe and India's aspiration of becoming the third largest economy of the world. Today, Prime Minister would be focusing on the Indian diaspora. And let me tell you that apart from the 70 years of friendship that we have, bilateral relations, diplomatic relations between the two countries, we also have a connect that goes back to the days of Second World War. Poland was hit badly, first by the Germans and then by the USSR, and they were looking for refuge all over the world. And it was the Principality of Jamnagar who first offered them refuge, and then Kolhapur, Walivade in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. So these two principalities, they offered refuge to 5,000 Polish people, and Prime Minister would be paying his respects first at the Jamnagar Memorial and then at the Kolhapur Memorial. And both the places, you'll have people whose forefathers were there in the refugee camps. We also have one of the survivor who would be accompanying the Prime Minister at the Kolhapur Memorial. And let me tell you that the Jamnagar Memorial is so very important because Jamnagar Memorial is after the name of the Maharaja of Jamnagar, whose principality is running 4 schools here. And now with independent India, the principalities do not exist, but still the name of the Maharaja continues, and he is called as Dobra Maharaja, which means a good Maharaja in Polish. I spoke to some of the students of the school, and they are so very happy, and they have all words of praise here. In fact, the Poles Association have put in writing that they are so very grateful, and they would like to tell the world of all the good works that these two Maharajas did for the Polish way back during the Second World War.
All right, great history behind India-Polish relations there. Vishal, also Prime Minister will be visiting Ukraine, which will also be the first ever by an Indian Prime Minister. What can be expected on the bilateral front, and can we expect anything on the peaceful resolution of Ukraine conflict, which the PM also mentioned?
Well, absolutely, and this is a very, very important issue because the whole world is watching this trip of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which comes about a month after he met Vladimir Putin in Moscow. So definitely he would be carrying a word of a peaceful diplomatic solution between the two countries. Russia and Ukraine have been locked in battle for a very long time, and the world is suffering the pangs of this war. We all know that Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe, and how it has been ravaged by the ongoing war. And Prime Minister would take a train here from Poland to Ukraine. He would be traveling by train to and fro. It is going to be a 20 hours journey, but still Prime Minister is so keen to accept the invitation of President Zelensky, and whose invitation he is traveling to Ukraine. And the intentions are quite clear. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also tweeted in his tweet that he would be telling, going with a message that there has to be a diplomatic solution between the two nations. And the success of this trip is being closely monitored by all the who's and who of the world.
All right. All right. Vishal, also you said that Poland can be a gateway to Europe, and Poland is currently in need of 25,000 doctors and specialists, and it sees India as a valuable partner in addressing this shortage. Will the visit enhance collaboration in this particular area?
Well, absolutely. You see, when the war broke out between Ukraine and Russia, Poland came out and supported India to a great extent. And we all know how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 2.0 regime initiated the Operation Ganga for the evacuation of the students who were stranded in Ukraine. And Poland helped us a lot. And this is all documented, and how they provided a safe passage for all those who were stuck in Ukraine. Even some of them had lost their passports, all the documents, but with the help of the Indian embassy here, the Polish embassy helped us a lot, and they provided the safe passage to the Indian students. So that is going to be appreciated by the Prime Minister during his visit, and this has been informed by the Indian ambassador in Poland, Nagma Mohammed Malik. And this is going to be quite crucial for the two countries, because as we know that Poland is our largest trading partner in Central Asia. So now what next? How can we more use the manpower here, because Indian diaspora has a strong presence here. In what way can the two countries take their economy to next level is going to be discussed on day 2 of Prime Minister's visit, which is tomorrow. He would be meeting Donald Tusk and also the Prime Minister, the President, I beg your pardon. So it is going to be an important visit, and I'll ask my cameraman to show you. On my right is the tomb of the unknown soldier. Here, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be offering his respects here, and that is the tomb of unknown soldier, where Prime Minister would be offering his respect, and he would also be given the Guard of Honor.
All right, Vishal, please stay with us. Meanwhile, we are joined by Professor Anshu Joshi, Center for American Studies from JNU on this. Well, you're welcome to ODD India, ma'am. I just wanted to know what all can be expected from this historic visit of the Prime Minister to the two countries, the gateway to Europe.